Hey students, how you doing? I welcome you to the third session on leadership attitude and industry analysis this September month. Hope you are all doing well and are safe. We have now understood the meaning of leadership, types of leader, and what are the essential elements of successful leadership. Today, we are going to understand or know about the various theories of leadership before you put anything into practice. So, there was this guy called Professor Douglas McGregor. Professor Douglas McGregor, known as Doug in American culture or environment. They call them by first name, that the shortened first name. So Douglas McGregor, a professor of management in Massachusetts Institute of Technology. We proposed two theories of leadership. One is theory X and another one is theory Y. And of course, another Japanese professor called theory Z or theory Z by William Auchi. So Douglas McGregor gave theory X and Y of leadership, and Professor William Uchi gave the theory Z of leadership to the world. The idea that manager's attitude has an impact on employee motivation should be a known factor to you all. The attitude of the manager always will have an impact of employee satisfaction on motivation, meaning whatever a employee desires or motivated to be desired to do a task at workplace should have a link or relation to the manager's attitude, and manager is already a leader in the workplace managing things who come under the three types of leadership: autocratic, bureaucratic, laissez faire, transformational, and situational. Okay, so this theory X, Y, and Z are basically theories of the interplay of human behavior at workplace between manager and the employees. All right, everyone assumes that the manager's role is to organize resources, including people, to best benefit the company. However, beyond this commonality, the attitude and assumptions that comes with the managers are different. We all know that manager is to manage a department, a new business unit, but the attitude and assumptions that is actually there within the manager is completely different, which is justified in these theories. So, theory X says, theory X, theory X says, manager is extremely believes to be that his employees or his team members don't like work. The theory X observes that the manager feel that work is inherently distasteful for his team members, and the team members try to bunk work or avoid job whenever it is possible by taking sick leaves. Many people are not ambitious, do not want to grow in their career, and have little desire for responsibility. Many people are self centered. selfish and avoids the manager, do not like the manager. So theory X believes that these are the points which I just said are the assumption of the manager. He feels many people are rebels, resist change, they are not intelligent. So what does the manager do in such a situation? Will employ the autocratic method of leadership to motivate his employees, to make them ambitious from unambitious, to make them change who are resisting change, to make them intelligent who are unintelligent. So essentially, theory X assumes primary source of motivation is money and security as a strong second. So meaning his employees are just coming to work for money and nothing else. Nobody is interested about career. Nobody is interested in getting results. So people will use the autocratic methodology of leadership in theory X when you can find it in the workplace. Okay. So now we will go to theory number Y. Here the manager he feels inside his attitude that his employees are very as much esteemed, they have a lot of self-respect, they have a lot of dignity, and they are mostly satisfied. And he feels that the work is pretty natural and the conditions are very favorable. People are self-directed. If there is an initiative that has to be taken in business, all the people come together as a team. There will be regular team meetings and they solve in a consensual way any issues or any problems, and all together in shoulder to shoulder work towards the realization of departmental as well as the corporate or the company or organizational objectives. Here, the manager believes that people are committed, responsible, and they take responsibility of their actions. So, I believe the democratic method of leadership will be applied to such a attitude oriented manager or leader. Okay, so leadership is pretty essential for a manager. Manager or managing is doing the things right. So it needs high level of enthusiasm and motivation. If theory Y holds true, an organization can apply all the principles of scientific management of Henry Fayol to increase employee motivation. There will be decentralization, there will be delegation of authority, there will be job enlargement, there will be participative management, there will be frequent performance appraisals, and so on. But we can't precisely say wherever you are getting a job or whichever company you are joining for internship or job, it may be your surprise or wonder whether you will find theory X oriented or autocratic leadership style, or you will find theory Y oriented democratic leadership style. Most of the people pray for having a democratic organizational style, or in the worst case, laissez-faire leadership, which is equivalent to William Auchi theory Z or theory Z. In the 1980s, my friends, there was a lot of demand for Japanese products in USA. It is that period of time when Americans started to use Japanese electronics, Japanese cars. So when Japanese companies went and set some of their production or manufacturing unit, the American managers felt that they had to work with the Japs and there should be a kind of a leadership and management or a work mechanism, interaction or transacting mechanism that can be more of a laser sphere oriented leadership style. So, this Japanese professor proposed his theory Z, and then he put it forward as to know what it is. Okay, so the Japanese were always known for high quality products and low prices when compared to their American counterparts. So this there is a book in 1981 published called Theory Z, how American management can meet the Japanese challenge. But they met, right? So this theory Z stresses the need to help workers become generalist rather than specialist. So in theory X and Y, the assumption is that in theory Y, generally that all people are specialists. In theory X, if he is not specialist, make him specialist, whether he liked or not. Whereas in theory Z, it is more of a laser sphere where there is an underlying belief or presumption that people are generalist. Means people have already have built enough skills and varieties on their own, and the organization can in a steady manner can run the organization, since workers have much more time to receive training, rotate through jobs, and master the craft of creating the company's products that will hold value to the customers. So there is a mantra or tagline for theory Z, that is to bring up and train. All right, bring up and train and repeat. So, in a theory Z of leadership, a leader is decided or required to bring up the employees in a human approach, explain him how the organization is, and then further train him further for achieving greater heights. As a professor in Srinivas University, I urge or I support theory Z or laser sphere, or at most it could be theory X. Sorry, theory Y. Because theory X is not going to be a long term game. Because if you want to be a successful leader, you have to become theory Y and you have to use laser sphere. But this world is a large place and it includes people from different backgrounds and notions. So, what do we do? Sometimes theory X is also needed. People need whipping sometimes to have the job done. Okay. So, write down any doubts if you would be having. Okay. This theory Z, I'll solve these questions once the college begins. Till then, we may have to adjust during this pandemic. So, theory Z can be summarized as a culture or an environment inside a company where leader puts forward a strong company philosophy, that the ideology of the company, right? For example, the Ambanis, right? The Reliance Group, a strong company philosophy. Tata, a strong company philosophy. It will focus on long-term staff development and employment. Infosys, there are people working in Infosys from 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. There are people who are in the verge of retirement, right? So it is focused on long-term staff development and employment. In the theory that there is consensus and decision, concern for happiness and well-being of workers. So HR is a strong organization inside a theory Z-oriented leadership of a company. Okay, and in some hierarchy there are informal control and formalized measures, and individual responsibilities is also been taken. So these three theories have been proposed by the academics basically. So any leader who takes up challenge into the corporation post his MBA or BBA with certifications in certain specialization will have to climb the corporate ladder by using these traits of his or her leadership. Okay, so these are the things which I thought I will tell you in today's class. Okay, next session we are going to learn about attitude. So, why we are learning about attitude in the next session is because the definition of leader, leadership, the elements required, and the theories I explained, it is inside a human being. So, whatever attitude that comes out of an individual have to be linked to any of these three theories or any three types of leadership. Okay. So, in this class, I would also like to bring to your notice in the third session that what are the assessment criteria for you to have this paper studied. Since this is a 50 marks value added paper, you should score at least 25 marks from out of 4 performance that has been assigned to you. So basically, the first thing is that you have to write, choose, submit an essay on your favorite leader. That's very important. You have to write a essay on your favorite business leader that will carry 10 marks. Okay. Then you have to choose and submit an industry write up on your favorite business sector or favorite industry sectors. Okay, there are different types of industry sectors that includes cement, IT, banking, jewelry, ornaments, automobiles. Okay, so which you have to research and submit a essay for 10 marks, and you have to write an essay on your business leader, your favorite business leader, Ratan Tata, Ambani, Kumar Mangalam Birla, anyone. Okay, choose your best. You can also take up not only from big organizations, but also you can take up from startups, Flipkart founder, if you see any good leadership strategy. Then you also have to submit an essay on sales leadership. So, business means selling. If you are not able to sell, then you are not in business. Please remember this. Business means selling. If you're not able to sell, then you are not in business. So you have to take an example of Coca-Cola. How do they sell? Or Eureka Forbes, right? Eureka Forbes is right here. It's direct door-to-door selling, right? Go to home, you know, face people on the streets, foot on street selling. Okay, that will carry 10 marks. And fourthly, the fourth one you have to publish a draft industry research paper for 15 marks, and 5 marks will be given for your attendance loyalty, how loyal you are for the classroom. I have already shared the teaching plan of this subject to your WhatsApp, where these practical components are listed. I will add more to this submission as the college starting date comes near, so that you come to know how you have to submit these attendance. So you can always interact with me in Google Classroom, which is always better. And apart from that, I wish you a safe home stay and come back stronger back to college. Bye bye. See you in the next class.